Hi guys, what's up? It's Camera and you're watching Camera Music TV. This is your Real Housewives of Atlanta review for the week. Season 11, episode number 5. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe down below to my channel. Comment down below as we move through the review. Like the video, share the video, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Camera Music TV. I live tweet during the actual show so we can get all the reactions real time, live time, and here we go with the review. Alright, so Dennis is meeting Miss Diane, Portia's mom, and they are at, I believe, one of Dennis's establishments. Got the hookah and the hot dogs going on, and Miss Diane walks in there looking beautiful as ever. I'm telling y'all, I don't know if she had work done, I don't know if she got with the nutritionist, I don't know if she got with the stylist, but she's just naturally beautiful anyway. But you know, Portia is not as giggly as she was, you know, when she was telling her mom about him. She's kind of more serious. So her mom is like, I think he's the one, you know, after talking to him for a little bit, and they show the matching tattoos. I like that the matching tattoos were not, well, first of all, I don't like, okay, because I'm going a little too fast. Dennis already had this tattoo behind his ear. Portia went to go get it also. This is after, I think he got her name tatted or something on him. But it wasn't his name, it wasn't his face, it was like a symbol. And it meant like love, prosperity, peace, family, stuff like that. So to me, that's better than getting someone's name or face, because you never know what might happen. Obviously, we don't want to prey on the detriment of the relationship, but I just don't think you should get names or faces. That's like me and my husband both got this tattoo. Can you see this? There you go, you can kind of see it now. And it's like a crown and a rose, and mine is red because y'all know that's my favorite color, and then the crown for queen, and then his is a king crown with the blue rose because he likes blue and he's the king, right? So these are more symbolic, and they can stand, you know, they can also stand for you as the individual. You're a king, you know, the rose is obviously for love, it's your favorite color, and you know, all of that. So I do like that she got the symbol. So we get this little flashback of Portia in her controlling first marriage. You know, she's reflecting on how much of a controlled situation that was. Y'all remember he wouldn't let her go to the strip club. She was significantly smaller, but she was also like, it almost feels like she was like a child back then. Now she's lived a little, she's come into her own, she realized what she has to offer, and now she's calling it Portia 2.0. We like this Portia, right? So, I mean, we liked her before, but now she's actually herself. She gets to be bubbly, she gets to twerk and praise the Lord, and she got the hairline, and you know, she is just a fun, like, full personality businesswoman. We love some Portia. So mom wraps it up with he's the one. Then we get a lunch with Candy, Cynthia, Nene, and Marlo. Candy arrives first. Candy's hair looks good, you know, she always looks good, but these ladies, they take it up a notch. Nene walks in, and this type of outfit that she had on, that's my kind of outfit. Y'all see, I like the screen tees, I like to do the cutting up, and she had all the colors, and I really, really, really liked her outfit. Cynthia's giving you a one shoulder, you know, a top knot, and then Marlo comes in this disco type of look, and that was another look I would pick. I love dresses like that. So I couldn't quite figure out the dress code. I mean, Candy clearly didn't get the memo. But Marlo comes at Cynthia like, oh, I'm so glad that you're not doing the tomboy look. I appreciate you wearing the girly stuff today. And you know, that's one thing you can say about Marlo. She's gonna shade you to your face. They're all just having normal conversation about their looks and everything. And who do you think initiates the conversation about Portia's boo? That's right, you guessed it, Candy. Candy asks, you know, if anyone's been giving Portia advice about her new man, and then she proceeds to say that she decided to keep her mouth shut about everything, but then she decides to open her mouth about everything to everyone at the table. So this is probably like, what, the second or third group of people that we've seen Candy telling, I don't want to tell Portia about this, about her man, but... And so I'm just like, you don't want to tell, and you don't feel like it's your place, and you don't feel like y'all relationship has reached that place yet because you guys are still trying to build back up, but you're still saying it out loud. Even if you were just saying it to the confessionals, you know, if you weren't saying it to the girls and then you were just saying, but I know this, it wouldn't be as bad because you're not telling it to the ladies, but you're still saying it to us. So anyway, we see later on that kind of blows up in her face. But you know, I just was getting so frustrated with Candy because we love the mogul that she is, right? She's super business savvy and super smart with her money and a great mother and has all these different hats and, you know, looks good and is funny and beautiful and all these things. But it's like whenever it gets into shade and being messy, like she likes to like do all the stuff that's going on and then like back up like she didn't have no hand in it. But you had a hand in it here and it was preventable. And now it's blowing up. They're gonna go shopping or something. Eva and her mom are dress shopping for the big day, for the wedding. Now Eva has already said that, or her and Michael have joked that this is not their wedding, it's their mother's wedding, or Eva's mother's wedding. I didn't know to this degree. Eva is her mother's only daughter. Her parents have been married for 30 years. Her mother did not get the wedding of her dreams. Okay, I've set it all up for you. Eva has said that there's gonna be 150 guests, that most of the guests are on Michael's side. Okay, I'm setting it all up for y'all. All right, so we're all understanding it. Eva is funding her wedding. Now, I'm sure her parents are gonna give here and there and everything, but Eva's funding it. But she's also very close to her mom, her being the only daughter. She wants her mom to have the things that she didn't. This, to me, okay, if you don't know, I'm planning a wedding right now. In less than 3 months, my husband and I are going to have the wedding of our dreams, all right? And amidst all of that, we separated from the military, we moved, looking for jobs, trying to get in school, got a new place, trying to buy a house. A lot is going on. So, and because I'm away, like I live away from my family, a lot of my close friends live away, so a lot of the dress shopping, that was kind of killed. Like that did not get to happen with, you know, the family going and the family, like say yes to the dress, that did not get to happen. It was a lot of pictures and FaceTime, right? So when Eva puts on these dresses, granted, all of them are beautiful, but obviously, you know, you're the mother, you know what you want to see her in. I say all that to say, I know that Eva wants to do right by her mom, and you know, what child doesn't? You know, we all want to do right by our mom. We all want our grandparents and our parents to be proud and to be honored and to be happy. But she literally gave her whole wedding over to her mom. She came out in dresses that she thought were beautiful, but her mom didn't, so she changed them. You know, certain details about the wedding, like her mom wanted to invite people from her childhood, not even from her childhood that directly affected her, people that affected the mom and the dad. People that affected the mom and the dad, and the mom feels like they helped their psyche while raising their kids. Now, this is where the guest list can get out of hand. The mom is saying that's not going to change. 2 or 3 people that are just my friends are not going to change the price of everything. But it's like if you invite the neighbor from down the street when I was 2 years old, and the preschool principal, and all these other people, how are we going to accommodate, you know, like family or co-workers or friends? Like, we cannot just be inviting people for the sake of the show that you're trying to show them. Y'all feel what I'm saying? So I really felt this because I'm going through it right now. We're gonna go ahead and skip to that brunch or dinner or lunch or something she was having with her mom. They go out to eat, and this is where you get to see that her mom really is a tough cookie. She's saying that she's not gonna discuss the guest list. I don't care who you don't want invited. They will be invited and they will be there. I don't really care about your complaints or your gripes about stuff. And Eva gets so frustrated that she's crying because Eva says no one should be, you know, feel unheard or hurt on their wedding day. If anyone's gonna feel that way, it should not be me. Her mom is like, I'm not discussing it. Just like a black mom, like, that's it, we're not discussing it, I'm done. Eva gets so frustrated she starts crying. She goes to the bathroom to collect herself. Her mother has her head down the whole time, still eating, just totally unbothered by the tears. Didn't coddle, didn't comfort, didn't come to her, like, now, I wanted to say that because the mom has so many boys, then she's not used to like coddling and comforting, and maybe it was just edited weird because Eva had to excuse herself and go to the restroom to cry and then come back, and then her mom was like, you know, I'm sorry for taking you there, and her mom looked like she got a little emotional. For me, just watching it was annoying because the mom doesn't even realize how much she has taken over the wedding. Okay, I understand, like I said, I understand you wanting to live vicariously through her because she's having something that you didn't have. It's the first big thing, like Eva was saying, it's the first big wedding for the family to this degree, and you know, you want your mom to feel like she's gonna get to see her daughter walk down the aisle and everything that she's ever imagined. But Eva, you made a great point. You don't even remember what you initially wanted because you've given basically all the power and all the decision making away to your mother. So this is a hard thing, I already know, because you know, you find yourself between that crossroad of wanting to make sure you support the people who have supported you your entire life, but then doing what you want and what your husband wants. So guys, I can ramble on about this all day because it's what I'm going through right now. It's been an extreme hard thing to go through. Luckily, we're almost there to the big day. Eva girl, more power to you. Did she already have her wedding? Oh God, I pray she had the dress that she wanted. I pray that it was none of that. I pray. Her mom had so many opinions. And her friend, luckily her friend was there to kind of like, you know, whatever dress you want, I'm going to make sure you get it. And that, unfortunately, the friend is going to turn into the bad guy because the mom wants what she wants. And she's not connecting it to what Eva wants because parents do what's best for their child. It may not be what the child wants, but what the mother needs to realize is the child is grown. Alright, so Shamari's out on the lanai, like I said, like Blanche Devereaux says, and she is talking to Ronnie, you know, just catching up with him, and they're talking about this over-the-top party. Now, the party is gonna went from 25 people to 100 people to apparently 150 people. Remember, she paid $900 for 2 cakes. Guys, Shamari shares with us that she did not get to have a baby shower. Remember, she was on bed rest for 2 months. Ronald was born early. She didn't even know for sure if she was gonna have twins, if there were even gonna be 2 babies. So this birthday party is like a huge deal because they wanna make sure they celebrate the miracle that occurred. And I agree, you know, I was saying last video that these 1-year-old birthday parties, sometimes they be over the top, but I do understand why she wants a party to this degree, you know, just to honor them. And I guess thank God that they had their miracle twins. But at the same time, this party of this magnitude, I cannot. We're gonna get to it a little later. But then she also tells Ronnie, you know, about when she's hanging out with the girls and she told them about her open relationship. So this is when we delve a little bit more into why and how he truly felt about it, because Shamari kind of just glossed over everything like, yeah, we were just, you know, thinking about spicing up the relationship, so we decided to go our separate ways and have open relationships, and then we came on back and we just resumed everything. Well, Ronnie makes it seem like it was like to their detriment. Them having this open relationship didn't help anything. It really messed everything up. Feelings were deeper than what Shamari let on in the beginning. So she was actually developing feelings with the women that she was bi-curious with, and so she was still married. So it sounds like it was a mess. It doesn't sound like something ideal, like you just tried a new hairstyle to spice up the relationship, or you role played, or you invited someone in new to the bedroom. That's how she made it seem at first. Like it was her prerogative, okay, but it was not. Ronnie kind of looks offended that she was telling the girls this, and I would have been too. Like, that was not a good thing. That's what he was saying. It was not a good thing that we had this open relationship. So you don't have to be open about everything. Why is you telling all the business? So Shamari kind of looked a little taken back. It's kind of like your man doesn't feel like it was something that needed to be shared, and you're making it seem like it's okay, like you want to live out loud. She kind of reminds me of me, actually. I want to live out loud. I want to be real. I don't care how people feel about me. And before she could even get the news out, that she had told the girls, it was like she had all these excuses, like, you know, I agree and living out loud and living my truth, and I don't care what people think. So I told the girls, and it was just like, well, you don't really feel that way because you wouldn't have set it up that way. Y'all feel what I'm saying? So Nene and Greg are with the nutritionist, and they are discussing, you know, the holistic way, the healthy way that they can go about curing Greg of the cancerous cells. Okay, and so they're talking about this green juice with the greener the plants, and then the more iron, which I really need to get into, and I need to do it fast because, like I told y'all, this 3-month countdown is on, and I'm trying to make sure I look good in my dress. Okay, but they're talking about ginger, and you know, they're adding all these things to his diet, and so they're waiting on this phone call from the doctor to discuss moving forward. Unfortunately, they get a call from the doctor, and the doctor says that they did find tumorous cells and that they do advise moving forward with the chemo. Greg does not want to do it, and it's just like, I just felt so bad because, you know, they had got rid of the cancer and now they're finding tumorous cells, and it's like, is it gonna look up for Greg ever? Like, I don't know. We're gonna keep praying for Greg. I know that in the news right now, Nene was kind of going in on Greg because he's basically a Grinch and grumpy right now through his sickness, maybe taking advantage of her a little bit and all of her support. I cannot imagine being by someone's side during all of that, you know, this type of, and actually being the person to go through all of that. So you obviously have emotions, and the tensions are high, and you get frustrated, and you know, you may not be the best patient. And when I say you may not be the best patient, you may not want to take the medicine. You may have a crappy day. You don't want to do all this. Why are you doing all this? It's tiresome, it's annoying, it's bothersome, frustrating, irritating. And when you have somebody who's just trying to be there and be positive, I understand that they take on a lot too. A lot of people were giving Nene a hard time because she basically let the world in on all that, all her frustrations, and people said, you could have had a friend that you could have went to that for, but maybe things are just really bad at home, and she felt like he's being hypocritical with his posts. I don't know, but we are praying for Greg, and we are praying for you, Nene. So it is the twins' party, and I'm telling y'all, they got this house packed. 150 people. They got bounce castles outside. They got the table set up. Looked like it was a brunch type of food. Most of the ladies are bringing their kids or nephews or nieces, and looks like a good time. Now my confusion was, why wasn't the party outside? Was it raining? Were there bees? Was it mosquitoes? Because these people was packed up in this house. Okay, it was nothing but good vibes though, you know, lots of good food, lots of laughs. You know, the twins were surrounded by love, and you could tell that they're definitely loved. So Marlo brings her nephew in the jean jacket. Child, she's shading the whole time. Are you hot? Take the jean jacket off of him, maybe he won't be hot. Okay, Candy and Todd bring Ace, and they put $100 in each card. I said, can I get a birthday card? Okay. Eva brings her husband or fiance and her 2 kids, and I believe that was it. Now I don't remember if I seen Nene or Cynthia there. Maybe they were there. I don't remember. But 150 people. They said they spent about $10,000 for this party. Now parents, this is what I don't understand. Why do y'all have the bounce houses when your kids can't get in there? 1 year old. Y'all don't have like something like more appropriate, you know, like a little baby slide or something, you know? I don't know. I don't know. I never understand why y'all do these over the top 1-year-old birthday parties with like cotton candy and bounce houses and face tattoos, and like they still got pacifiers in their mouth. How much of this are they gonna comprehend? I understand the celebration and surrounding them with love, but I don't understand the over the top stuff that's probably for like ages 4 and up. We get some shade, you know, they ask why Portia wasn't invited. We find out that Portia and Shamari went to elementary, middle, and high school together, but they want to know why wasn't Portia invited. Well, Shamari felt like Portia was being shady and she didn't get a good vibe from her, but you invited Eva, who shaded you about your style. Like, I'm confused. So then they get into that. I'm not gonna get into all that, but they get into the back and forth, and finally Eva just says, you know, she's dancing around what she said, semantics a lot, and finally she just says, look, if your man like it, I love it, and That's it. The babies look so cute in their little cute suspenders with their bellies out and their crowns on, and their parents had on crowns. So they were cute. The party was cute. It just, y'all, I still got my question. Like, why wasn't it in the backyard? Why the bounce castles? Why $10,000 on one-year-old twins' birthday parties? I guess in the grand scheme of celebrities, $10,000 is not that bad. Remember Phaedra's? Phaedra's was over the top. So Kandi and Todd are kissing up on each other. Don Juan over there in the corner looking like the Grinch, jealous or mad or something. I said, why is he looking at them like that? When does he smile when it's not like shady? But anyway, he's like, ugh, get a room. And she's like, what? First they start talking about Kandi's schedule. He's rattling off everything. Y'all know Kandi is a busy woman. She's booked and paid, okay? And then somehow we get on the subject of Porsha yet again. Kandi is saying how she knows all this stuff about Porsha and her man, and she doesn't want to say anything. And Don Juan saying, please don't say anything. Basically, Kandi's trying to figure out if they all agreed not to tell Porsha. How did it get back to Porsha? And now Dennis is upset and he's calling all the exes. But Kandi, you sat with this group and talked about him and said, I don't want to say anything. You sat with this group and said, I don't want to say anything. You talked to your husband on FaceTime in Miami and said, I don't want to say anything. Like, you can't sit with all these people and say don't say anything. The secret's out. Okay, so Kandi, let's not even do it. So our last scene is Cynthia's wine tasting. Cynthia is thinking about opening up a wine bar. Mind you, has done no research whatsoever. Well, not really too much research. She has the space picked out and probably paid on it or whatever. But just remind me of Bar One. Remember she was upset about the Bar Ones, and apparently Peter's doing great with them, but they had bankruptcy. So I'm really surprised that she's thinking about doing something like this, especially because wine bars, I don't believe, are that prominent. She has the ladies, Kandi, Porsha, and Nene come out to do like some tasting, and they actually do get to try some different types of wine, see what she wants to include in her wine bar. While they're sitting there, actually pause, Porsha and Kandi arrive first. Kandi didn't bring up any of the drama. Now I'm wondering if it's because, you know, they want to wait till all the ladies are there, don't start any of the drama, any of the deets, let's wait till everyone's there. Probably that's what it is. But at this point, Porsha knows. And Porsha in her confessionals is just like, you know, you didn't like the way people had stuff to say to you about Todd. So why would you do that to me, especially with what we're trying to do here? A valid question, one that we all want the answer to, right? So anyway, you know, the ladies get there, everybody looks good, they're trying the wine, we get all the pleasantries out the way, we get down to the nitty-gritty. And Kandi says, well, you know, why am I hiding the fact that I said anything? Let me go ahead and spit it out. She says, you know, somebody, we all were talking about Dennis and, you know, how the tattoos, and we know, and how I know exes and stuff, and somebody doing this to Nene went back and told, so I might as well. And then Nene's like, not me, I didn't tell. You know, Porsha can kind of tell. You know, Porsha knows that she told her, but I just was like, Kandi, it doesn't matter who told her. The fact of the matter is that you are going around saying stuff, and Porsha nipped it in the bud. Like, you wouldn't like that mess. Everybody has a past. Like, we're grown. We're not 21. We're not even fresh out of high school. Like, we are grown and we all exist in the same space. Like, you're gonna date different people. You're going to, you know, try your hand with different people, because that's what we're all trying to do, find the one. And we're all within the same city and the same sub-cities. So what you're doing right there is just messy, and I don't like it. And Kandi didn't really have nothing to say, just her normal like, well, like, she didn't have too much to say. It's just like, what is all that even for? You know, she didn't really ever come out about what her true motives were, and so that further annoyed Porsha and annoyed us. Like, what? So we're obviously gonna get some more of this Kandi Porsha back and forth. When we saw Porsha on Watch What Happens Live a few weeks ago, we saw that they're not even really cool anymore. Back to the shade, and I don't know if it's all for a storyline. Kandi doesn't need the show like that. I don't even think she needs to make a storyline. She could have just made it about her being booked and busy, booked and paid. So I don't know why the Portia shade is back in it. I don't know. But this season is getting juicy, y'all. Leave your comments down below on what you thought about this week's episode. I'm Cameron and this is Cameron Music TV. Make sure you subscribe down below to my channel, like the video, share the video, follow me on what? Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!